Ever wonder how Japanese students make studying look so easy? While you're rereading the same paragraph for the fourth time, they've memorized 3 textbooks, made a bento box, and unlocked inner peace, all before their lunch break ends. Today, I'm going to tell you their secret so you stop looking at your textbook like it ghosted you after one too many all-nighters. And no, despite what you've been telling yourself to feel better about your study failures, Japanese students don't remember things better than you because they have a higher IQ or discipline. It's because of their samurai memory methods. Most people have never heard of them, and the few who have, they're using them completely wrong. Some of those techniques date back to the samurais.
Awesome! I'm gonna learn how to swing my katana like a samurai today.
No, Will, but you will learn how to sharpen your mind so you can swing your pen like a samurai and put a smile on your teacher or your boss's face, whichever one you fear more.
So, less slicing, more studying?
Exactly. Less Kill Bill, more kill biology.
Okay, can I still keep the katana with me?
No, Will, put that away. We are trying to be professional here. Get your notebook, your brain, and maybe a snack. I'm about to give you and the viewers a memory boost.
Okay, ma'am?
Tip 1. Consistency over cramming. For the first tip, go for consistency instead of cramming. I don't mean stuffing food into your mouth until you can't breathe. I mean stuffing information into your brain like it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. Let's be honest, this is what usually happens. You wait until it's 2 days before the exam, realize you've learned nothing, and go into full panic mode. You grab your textbook, all 500 pages of it, slam it on the table with authority like it disrespected you and your family, and you tell yourself, all right, learn everything. No breaks. Then you brew Colombian coffee and chug it like the building's on fire, but only the coffee maker is. You convince yourself you're going to pull an all-nighter and you even give your desk a pep talk. But 20 minutes in, your eyes start doing that slow blink thing. Your notes start morphing into IKEA pillows. Suddenly, you're flying with birds, discussing your life choices with mitochondria, and negotiating your rent price with frost giants. Meanwhile, your coffee's looking at your stack of books and thinking, this is a suicide mission. And quite frankly, your coffee's not wrong.
What can we do instead of cramming and chugging coffee?
It's simple. Instead of doing everything at once, space things out. Give your brain time to breathe. Since some of you have gone your whole life without doing that, I'm going to break it down for you, step by step. That way, you don't have to run to ChatGPT like, hey, can you make me a study plan? I haven't studied all year. Also, what's a mitochondria again? At this point, I'm pretty sure ChatGPT's out here like, I swear, one more exam week and I'm quitting this job. So, what's the first step? It's simple. Go to your calendar and mark the date of the exams. Then, work backwards. You'll need about 5 to 10 hours of study time per week, depending on how dense the subject is and how long you've been ignoring it. Then, break it into manageable chunks, no more than 2 hours each. You can do 5-hour marathons if you're feeling bold, or caffeinated beyond what's medically advised. But I wouldn't recommend it unless your blood type is espresso. The most important thing is to schedule your sessions when your brain is awake. I'm talking 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. Those are prime samurai brain hours. Your focus is sharper, the world is quiet, and your distractions are still asleep. If you don't know how to wake up that early without crying, I made a full video on how to wake up before 5 a.m. without feeling miserable. Watch it after this one. For the next tip, you'll want to, Will, why do you have 10 highlighters?
To color code my notes. It makes me feel productive.
This isn't Instagram, and you're not building a personal brand, Will. You're trying to survive physics. Tip 2, active recall. This ties perfectly to my next tip because, ladies and gentlemen, that's not studying, that's decorating. Your brain doesn't learn by seeing something 5 times. It learns by retrieving it, struggling to recall it, wrestling with it until it sticks. That's active recall. You read a chapter, then close the book. Ask yourself, what do I remember? If all you remembered was a bird flying past your window, congrats. That's called daydreaming, not studying. Write down what you've learned that is useful. Then review what you missed and face the truth about how little you retained. If you want to train your brain well for the exam, you must train like you would for a fight. You don't just watch sparring videos, you get in the ring. You take a few hits and you earn the skill.
But it's uncomfortable.
That's the point. The harder your brain works during study sessions, the easier it performs in the exam. Think about it. We eat breakfast every day, but you only remember the weird ones.
Like that time long ago when my mom gave me broccoli and called it a new experience. Erg. That one stuck with me forever. Why?
Because the brain doesn't remember normal, it remembers relevant. Tip 3, the Shinkansen method, spaced repetition. By the way, Will, have you ever heard of it?
No? What is it?
The Shinkansen method is Japan's version of spaced repetition. It's one of the most effective ways to make knowledge stick.
Like, stick figures?
That's a terrible joke, Will. Anyway, here's the idea. You don't just study something once and hope it magically stays in your brain. You revisit it at spaced out intervals. Start by reviewing it the next day. Then again 3 days later, 1 week later, and 1 month later. Each time you go over it, your brain starts remembering it. If your exam is in 2 months, don't wait until week 7 to start studying. Start earlier and let your memory ride the tracks like a bullet train making stops. Because the more you run that route, the easier it is to find your way. Tip 4, the Feynman technique. All right, this technique is named after a guy so smart. He won a Nobel Prize and has the uncanny ability to make you feel dumb in the kindest way possible.
So he must have been a fine man?
No, Will, not a Feynman, but I'll give you a B- for effort. Here's how it works. Teach what you learn to someone else. In plain English, like you're explaining it to a 5-year-old with no patience and a juice box deadline.
What's the difference between plain English and regular English? Is it like still water versus fizzy water?
No, Will, I can't do this today. It's the same thing. Please stop interrupting me before I start explaining quantum mechanics using apple slices.
Sorry, ma'am.
Anyway, if you can't explain something simply and you start to ramble or get stuck halfway through, then you don't fully understand it. And you know what makes this method great? You can use anyone as your audience. Your friend, your dog, your lamp, even your AI assistant at 2 a.m. if you're allergic to people.
What if my family judges me for talking to AI?
Oh, they absolutely will. But guess what? They're not the ones taking your exam. You are. Plus, they'll be real quiet once you come back with an A+. So next time you finish studying, don't just shut the book and feel smug. Teach it out loud, in plain words, like you're trying to explain taxes to a confused raccoon. Tip 5, visual learning. Now for the next...
You can put it right here, thank you.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, this is the Rabbit Lisa painting you requested last week, ma'am. The company Arts and Rabbits just delivered it.
What a perfect timing. I was just about to talk about visual learning, which is one of the strongest techniques to boost your memory. And no, I'm not talking about highlighting every word in your notes until it looks like a unicorn sneezed a rainbow onto the page. What I'm talking about is turning complex ideas into sketches, like drawing diagrams, using color strategically, creating symbols, or linking stories to facts.
Wrapping words into songs.
No, Will. That's not visual, that's auditory. It's still good, but it's the wrong department.
Oh, okay.
If you've got a definition, draw a picture that represents it. Got a complicated process to memorize? Turn it into a meme if that's what helps. Your brain loves weird and funny things.
Like us.
Exactly. Watching videos like this? It totally counts as visual learning, especially when you're being taught by gorgeous stick figures whose job security depends on your likes and subscriptions. So yes, please like and subscribe. Do it for the stick figures and the algorithm. Otherwise, it will destroy our studio and put us out of work. Anyway, if you're a visual learner, lean into it. Ditch the rainbow highlighter massacre and create visuals that help you prepare for your exams.
Do mind maps count as visual learning too?
Absolutely. If that's your jam, go for it. Draw mind maps, color them, name them Kevin. It all works for your brain. Tip 6, Shoo, deep focus.
Shoo, we're recording a video.
Will, what you just did right there, it's perfect.
Wait, I can take calls at work.
Number absolutely not. I meant the Shoo. That's a Japanese study method. And before you ask me, it's a real thing. It means deep focus. It's the first stage of the Japanese mastery philosophy, Shuhari. Here's the breakdown. Shu means obey the fundamentals. Ha means break the rules. Ri means innovate beyond them. Here's what it means. Don't skip ahead. Master the basics before you try solving the big stuff. For example, If you're studying economics and you're already jumping into macro level theories without even understanding how supply and demand works, you're not being smart. You're being ambitious and confused. When you use SHU, you won't make that mistake. Here's what you'll do instead. Step 1, scan your course topics. Step 2, look for common recurring themes, the stuff that matters for your exam. Like maybe don't focus on swords and pizza metaphors if your test is about 19th century wars. Step 3, write down the core concepts you need to really understand before going deeper. Once that's done, then, and only then, can you level up. If you can't figure that out alone, use AI. Seriously, feed ChatGPT your syllabus and ask, what are the fundamental concepts I need to master before I go deeper?
But that's cheating, ma'am.
It's not cheating. It's gaining clarity smartly. By the way, congratulations to those of you who made it this far. Give yourself a pat on the back, and give me one too by hitting like and subscribing. Come on, you've seen what I have to deal with.
What do you have to deal with, ma'am?
Nothing. Moving on. Tip 7, the Kana memorization method. For this last tip, let's get a little more niche and a lot more genius. Japan has a technique called Kana memorization, based on their phonetic scripts, hiragana, and katakana.
I don't speak Japanese.
You don't have to. This method still works, even if your only Japanese experience is sushi menus, swords, and anime openings. Here's how it works. Take a symbol, something unique, weird, or visually sticky, and link it to the information you're trying to remember. The more bizarre or personal the connection, the stronger the memory. Here's an example for anyone looking like Will right now. Let's say you want to memorize the formula for velocity v equals d over t. Now, imagine a samurai slicing through the air at lightning speed, leaving a glowing v equals d over t trail behind him. That's Kana memorization. It is visual association on steroids. It makes boring facts unforgettable by turning them into symbols your brain refuses to ignore. Next time you're stuck trying to memorize something dense, don't just write it down 10 more times, killing a forest in the process, and crying all night. Turn it into something weird instead, like a stick figure riding a llama. Anything but boring. Your brain forgets boring, but it never forgets weird.
Ma'am?
What now?
I think the studio is about to collapse.
What? Why?
It's a sub-powered studio. When people don't subscribe, the walls start cracking.
You're telling me, if they don't smash that subscribe button, we lose our jobs and get buried alive?
Yes, ma'am?
Oh no, please. For the safety of us stick figures, for the future of this channel, for the children, smash that like button and subscribe. Or next week's video will be filmed under a pile of emotional and literal bricks.